Hello, let me welcome you at the press conference announcing CSG's results from 2024. Let me introduce our speakers. First of all, CFO of CSG, Zdeněk Jurák.
Hello.
We have here also Serge Damien, Chief Sustainability Officer.
Good morning.
And let me introduce also Kateřina Petko, Director of Communication of CSG. First few words about the program of today's press conference. First, Zdeněk Jurák, CFO, will present our results, and then we will have Q&A session. Regarding Q&A session and regarding the whole press conference until the Q&A session, I ask you to stay muted. And when the Q&A begins, of course, that you can unmute yourself if you have question. And to ease situation for us, we ask you to symbolically raise your hand by clicking on emoticon of raising hand. So this is regarding program and instructions. And now the floor is yours, Zdeněk Jurák, CFO of Czechoslovak Group.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the press conference. Pleasure to meet you all. Let me please go you through the results we've just posted on our webpage, as well as you will probably receive the press conferences. First of all, let me comment a little bit the key milestones which have been achieved in 2024 by the Czechoslovak Group. Of course, the main point should be mentioned is the acquisition of the Kinetic Group, which happened and the closing happened in November. After 14 months of the closing process, we finally achieved the acquisition and successfully closed. This is for us a very important and key milestone, making a new footprint in the United States, as well as a diversifying of our portfolio within the defense segment to commercial segment. What we achieved also is a signature of a contract, of SPA contract for acquisition of the nitrocellulose production in Germany, including the industrial park. For us, this has not been closed yet, to be mentioned. This is still subject to final approvals and the final precedences which needs to be done before the closing. Running well, but still not closed yet. We expect to do this in second quarter of 2025. And this is a key milestone as well. Should bring us a vertical integration and security of the supply chain for our medium and large caliber ammunition production, as well as for small caliber ammunition in case it will be needed. And last but not least, we also established a Prestotech Horizon Investment Fund together with the other investors. This is a key strategical milestone for us as well, to invest into new startups. We focus on the new technologies, AI, as well as the robotics. For us, for the research and development, we are running through our divisions. This is one of the key strategical steps for Czechoslovak Group for the future. With me is a Serge, Chief Sustainability Officer. We are happy to announce also that first time in our history we are presenting annual report in a way of so-called integrated report, including an ESG. We are happy to share with you that we are aligned with the ESRS, and so that we are compliant with the ESG and reviewed by the independent auditor, all the information which are included. Serge is here for any questions you may have further for the ESG, in case you will have some. Now, about the key indicators. So what we have done, and here I would like to comment first that we need to present two numbers. Basically, Since the acquisition, the transformative acquisition of the Kinetic Group happened only in November, that means that the Kinetic Group contributed only 1 month to the official consolidated results of the CSG. While we, of course, arise some acquisition debt for these purposes and everything. So all the investors world as well as the banks and other investors are looking to us on a pro forma basis. So we listen those needs from the investors worlds, and we are presenting both. Happy to be reviewed by auditors. So this is just to explain you why we are presenting pro forma revenues with the Kinetic Group as well as the official consolidated one. Since that is really a transformative acquisition for the CSG, then I believe it's a correct way to present them both. So coming to the point, pro forma revenue with the Kinetic Group, as we would have Kinetic the full 2024 year, reached 2.5 billion euros. Official consolidation, including only 1 month of the Kinetic Group, is a 4 billion. So 1.2 billion is coming from the yearly is coming from the Kinetic Group. It's quite sustainable business. We expect this to be coming also in the future. Pro forma EBITDA with the Kinetic Group amounted to 1.4 billion. This is an important number when calculating the leverage of the company. As I said, we raised the debt, acquisition debt for such acquisition. So this is an important number regarding this, and therefore we have to present it to the world. Official consolidated EBITDA for 2024 was 1.1 billion. Here again, repeating, is only 1 month of the Kinetic Group. But anyway, if you can see the result comparing to the last year, it's more than double. And this is all coming from the organic growth, mostly defense and aerospace divisions. Operating EBITDA margin, 26.9%. It's sustainably above 25%. Needs to be said that we were really focusing a lot on to maintain the efficiency and the vertical integration of our operations, resulting in such a good EBITDA margin and sustainable also for the future, since we believe that the efficiency of our production and expansion of our production capacity is running well. What can be also mentioned, and this is also important, the split of the revenues. So more than 50% is coming from the European and NATO countries. This is excluding Ukraine. Ukraine, of course, is a significant portion of the revenues. You can see that split in the annual report in case it's not commented in the press release. But vast majority of those revenues are even though coming from the NATO countries. As I have mentioned, the leverage, net leverage, even after the acquisition of the Kinetic Group, remains at the 1.3 times net debt to EBITDA level. This is for us one of the key numbers we are presenting and highlighting, that we really focus on the sustainable financial management and proper cash flow and finance management as we do. You have also all the other probably splits. As we said, 77% of the revenues is generated by the CSG Defense Division. This is mainly coming from the production of the land systems, land military equipment, and the small, medium and large caliber ammunition. Then 11% it's coming from the small caliber ammunition, again contributing only 1 month of the Kinetic Group. This is something to be approximately below or around 30% if you combine it and make it on a pro forma basis, will be presented or is presented in the annual report as well. Then maybe I probably mentioned, so I will briefly go through the trends which we are focusing on. Of course, the growth is driven by strong demand, not only in a medium and large caliber ammunition, but also the land-based military systems, all the vehicles and all the howitzers and all the systems which is a lack of now in the worldwide, is the key element of the growth. We are massively investing into expansion and efficiency of our production capacities. We invested more than 100 million last year. We are enjoying the efficiency we are able to reach within the expansion. We are using as much as we can our current lands, facilities we have or which were unused, etc. So this is coming back why we are so efficient also in the margin position. This is the key result why it's so that. Our trend also for the future, as I mentioned, through the nitrocellulose as an example, will be for sure a vertical integration. This is one of the key, and it's also coming when we come to the point of the EBITDA margin and the efficiency. This is one of the key thing. We want to be as much vertically integrated as possible. From the most we already are in the medium and large caliber ammunition. For example, this nitrocellulose will give us the last piece we needed. Due to the geopolitical situation and the spendings which for the defense which have been announced, we expect the continuous and sustainable growth in the coming years. Again, I will refer to the annual report and the notes. We can see a very robust backlog for our business. Also for the next midterm horizon. Here again highlighting the performance in figures. This has been probably already mentioned, presenting both pro forma with the kinetic as well as the consolidated ones. We are happy. We were happy to welcome more than 3,000 new employees within the Kinetic Group. It's very well organized. I can maybe comment that the integration of the Kinetic Group is going very well and as expected, and is giving us exactly what we expect from this acquisition. Here maybe I will go very briefly through some of the trends we've prepared for you. I think we don't need to go through the figures year by year. What is maybe important here to be mentioned is the split by division and by the countries and regions. So as you can see, we would like to present to you also what would happen if the Ukraine, now mostly donated by the NATO members, will be part of the NATO or is part of the NATO, meaning from the delivery sense of perspective, then our exposure to NATO plus Ukraine would be more than 90%. It's our key market we are focusing on, and we will be focusing on for sure. Then rest of the world, 7%, we are increasing also mostly in area of India, Indonesia, and the Middle East. This is also very interesting market for the future to be mentioned. Referring to the other divisions here, maybe might be commented that even though it looks like the numbers are small for the aerospace mobility or the business project, it's a very important and integral part of the CSG group, giving us the supply chain and the components, for example, from aerospace, which are used in the defense. One example, Retia from the aerospace divisions is giving a lot of components into the defense military vehicles. The same split with the EBITDA. Here maybe I will just mention. You can see on the graph the split. What is the contribution of the organic growth, which is very important. Plus we presented for you the 1 month's contribution of the Kinetic Group, as I mentioned at the beginning, so that you know exactly what is organic and what is inorganic growth within the group. The more than 600 organic growth is, again, I will repeat myself, is driven by the defense and aerospace division mostly. Here, within the acquisition, we use this opportunity and we somehow simplify and refinance the capital structure of the CSG. We a bit simplified, so currently the capital structure of CSG consists of the term loans combination with the revolving working capital facilities, bonds we have issued, and we have Czech bonds and the dollar bonds, and some leasing. The evolution of the leverage, as we said, we are able on the gross basis even continuously decrease the leverage position. This is because of the massive growth in the performance. Cash flow, again, this is one of the key elements. We are really focusing on a proper cash flow and finance management within the group. I will be showing on the next slides the needs in working capital for the CSG and all the swings and the position of the critical components and materials we are buying from this. I think this is an important thing to understand, that when we are presenting quarterly results, for example, it may look like we are shortening our cash position because there is a high demand on the working capital, whereby if I jump to that number, this is it. This is exactly it. You can see that it's stabilizing within the year. So there is a demand for the cash to be invested into working capital, mostly to the material and the components for the production. Then once the production is done or the contract is signed and effective, then the money are released back and through the delivery of the components and the products. Here is the same with the pro formas. You can see the USA here is the most important element. So we expect to be USA from the revenues perspective to be in USA around 25% also for the next years. That should be probably a stable position between 20 and 25%, even though the defense and aerospace division is growing much faster than we expect that will be growing the commercial in the US. The same with the EBITDA, as I've mentioned. If we count now the Kinetic Group on a pro forma basis, the small caliber ammunition will somehow decrease position of the defense. Again, we expect to be around 25% going forward because the Kinetic Group, the commercial business in the US, is very stable. And here some of the highlights with respect to the ESG. We are really proud, even though now is a bit pressure about the ESG, if to focus a lot on those or not. We believe it is a future anyway. It will be here from now on and probably forever. So we were able to present everything what is necessary to be CSRD compliant within our report, and we are also audited or independently reviewed by the auditor. From the environment, we calculated our gas emissions within the scope 1, 2, and 3. From the social, and this is one of the key elements we are focusing on. It's a talent program. One of the key thing which CSG is focusing on to help the talents and to find the talents within the CSG group and on the markets. And from respect of the governance, we have a lot of committees working on that. Our compliance and governance is very strong and robust, confirming by the fact that we've passed the also the CFIUS within the acquisition of the Kinetic Group. This proved our government's position a lot. We also prepared for you where we currently operate. So through India, Italy, Serbia, of course, Czech Republic and Slovakia. We have facilities in UK. We have facilities in Spain, very important one, and then the new US footprint. I hope and believe Germany will come very soon to be highlighted as well in this map. And this is basically for you a breakdown of our companies per divisions and per localities we have in the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Still very important, but we are growing worldwide, as you could see on the screen. And this is pretty much it from the highlights from my side. Thank you very much for your attention.